The famous MGM slogan, Ars Gratia Artis, is Latin, meaning art for art's sake. Art for art's sake was first expressed in caves as far back as 52,000 years. The need to express ourselves through art is ingrained in our soul. At an early age, art is our first expression. Art speaks to us throughout our lives. For many, art is their final expression. The Art Institute of Chicago is home to over 300,000 works of art that span centuries. Founded in 1879, it houses some of the most important pieces of art in human history. The Institute presents art that encompasses the spiritual, symbolic, decorative, conceptual, and even the functional aesthetic of works as an expression of their respective periods. The Art Institute is located on Michigan Avenue, just east of downtown Chicago. The architectural style is Beaux Arts. The entrance is flanked by two bronze lion statues, each weighing 2 tons. The exhibition space covers 1 million square feet, making it the second largest art museum in the United States. The words on the staircase are from a poem that was recited on these steps in 1893 to celebrate tolerance between people. The skylight illuminates the grand staircase, which is made of polished marble. The Hartwell Memorial Window is a Tiffany Studios design. It rises 23 feet and depicts sunset over a waterfall. The 48 panels are made of a kaleidoscope of different glass types, many 5 layers thick. The sheer number of art pieces can be overwhelming. Many visitors simply walk past and see the art, but never actually perceive it. An example. This painting is The Fountain from 1787. If you look closely, you will notice that the large composition is actually a grouping of several smaller compositions. Women at a fountain, a man saddling a horse, men in conversation, and people on steps. Each detail is a composition in itself. The landing place, also from 1787, has the same inner details. This video will present many of the artworks in a revealing manner, looking at the details that come together to form complete images. The next 2 works depict life on the canals of Venice in 1760. This painting from 1614 is titled Still Life with Dead Game, Fruits, and Vegetables in the Market. From 1519, we have The Tournament with Hunters. This painting could be a series of scenes from a movie. This piece depicts the eruption of Vesuvius in 1707. Frames were also works of art. This painting, from 1836, begins to show signs of a new method of painting. The Marsh, from 1840, expands on this technique. In contrast, Chariot Race from 1876 is a wealth of small details. The hand of the artist can be seen in how individual brushstrokes combine to create the final painting. The Art Institute is home to many world-famous paintings. From 1884, we have Sunday on Le Grand Jatte. It utilizes a technique called pointillism. Rather than mix colors, this method relies on the ability of the eye to blend color spots into a fuller range of tones. This painting by Renoir marks the Impressionist period. Along with his contemporary, Claude Monet, this style features visible brushstrokes, fuzzy and undefined scenes, and vibrant colors. They create the impression of a scene rather than clearly defined lines and details. Looking closely at an Impressionist painting, the bold colors and brushstrokes are clearly visible. This work by Georgia O'Keeffe marks the entrance to the modern art wing. The modern art wing opened in 2009. The architecture is as forward-looking as the art it contains. The pieces cover major European movements of this revolutionary period. Contemporary art refers to works produced after 1970. These pieces reflect the technologically advancing world. It is distinguished by the very lack of a unifying organizing principle. While many have frowned on this form of expression, the acceptance of non-traditional art in museums has increased due to changing perspectives on what constitutes a piece of art. The Art Institute has a significant collection of contemporary artworks, many of which are mixed media. The city's skyline forms a backdrop for many pieces. Modern art preceded contemporary art. Picasso is synonymous with this style. Perhaps his most famous work is The Old Guitarist. A contemporary of Picasso, Marc Chagall, created this work, American Windows, to celebrate the United States bicentennial. From left to right, they represent music, painting, literature, architecture, theater, and dance. He presented them as a gift to the Art Institute in 1977. Christian religious art depicts significant events in the life of Christ. This art form goes back thousands of years. The crucifixion is the most often represented. Murals are used to depict a timeline of events. The birth of Christ is also a popular theme. This curved staircase is in itself a work of art. It leads to the armory. This armory features jousting suits of armor, battle armor, crossbows, and early firearms. The earliest pieces of art can be seen in the Egyptian Gallery. They span the time period from 4000 BCE to the 1st century CE. The Art Institute presents an outstanding collection of American art. The interior of the American home is an excellent example. But these rooms are not as they seem. They are actually miniature works of art presented in frames. The Thorne miniature rooms are the work of Mrs. James Thorne. In 1930, her group of Chicago artisans created intricate rooms. The scale is 1 inch to the foot. The gallery contains 68 rooms. Her goal was to present a visual history of interior design. The attention to detail and accuracy is unmatched. She intentionally did not include figures of people, leaving the occupants to the imagination of the viewer. This Gothic-style church is the most beautiful and detailed room. This atrium is the center for the many American art galleries. Home furnishings were a unique form of American art. While Tiffany of New York is well known for its lamps, it also produced pure sterling silver tableware. Some of the most beautiful stained glass windows were crafted by Tiffany. This window is a Frank Lloyd Wright design. A American paintings initially reflected the quiet and open spaces of early America. Modern American art developed its own unique national identity. The Rock, painted from 1944 to 1948, is renowned for its intricate details and fantastical imagery. Nighthawks from 1942 is part of the American Realism movement. This macabre painting, the picture of Dorian Gray, was produced for the MGM film of the same name. American Gothic is perhaps the quintessential piece of American art. With almost 1 million square feet and over 300,000 pieces, the museum features a new and wondrous work of art around every corner.